Excuse me, can you help me?
I take it you're lost?
Yeah, I was on 395 and I took a wrong turn when I left the restaurant. Could you just help me get back to the main road?
Oh, sure. It's just...
Oh, say, listen, I'm sorry if I'm trespassing.
No problem. You're not the first person to end up out here in the middle of nowhere.
Say, what is this place? What's with all the satellite dishes? Is this a TV station or something?
No, these dishes are not for satellites. They're for radio astronomy. I work for SETI. The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
Oh!
Yes.
So you're one of those people who listens for messages from little green men.
I guess you could put it that way.
You know, the longer I live, the less I believe in coincidences.
Coincidences?
Yes, I was just thinking about you this morning.
Wait a minute. You don't even know me.
Not about you personally, about listening for messages from outer space. That's kind of what I do every morning after I read my Bible, during my quiet time.
Oh, you're a Christian too?
You too?
I'm a baby Christian. There's not much to do out here in the boondocks after hours, so I started reading the Bible. It didn't take long before the things they said in there began to make a lot of sense to me.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yes, especially to a radio astronomer.
How so?
Well, being a Christian is a lot like the SETI project.
You mean we try to align our antennas to hear messages from a life source more intelligent than ourselves?
Yes. You see, every second of our lives, our bodies are bombarded with radio waves carrying millions of messages. But our earthly bodies are incapable of sensing any of them. But when we align our antennas to the source of spiritual messages, suddenly the message becomes clear.
I never thought about it like that before.
I think SETI people have the right idea. They're just aligning their antennas in the wrong direction, and we're never going to hear any messages on radio waves. God transmits on spiritual waves.
That is so cool. That explains everything.
What do you mean?
I mean, I always wondered why I never heard voices or got all excited after I gave my life to the Lord. I was receiving spiritual waves that can't be felt by the body. There was nothing physical to react to. It was all spiritual.
And yet, you started seeing things more clearly almost immediately, right?
Yes, I wasn't hearing any words, but I just began to know things I didn't know before. The Bible began to make sense.
That's because you were getting the decoding from the spiritual transmission.
The Holy Spirit. Isn't that something?
If you think that's something, wait until you hear this. You are receiving more than just messages from the Holy Spirit's transmission.
What do you mean?
The spiritual transmission is more like a laser beam than a radio beam. Using a laser beam, we can send not only messages, but also energy from one place to another. Now do you see the connection with the Holy Spirit?
Oh, wow. You mean while I'm sitting in the morning after reading my Bible, I not only hear messages that tell me what to do, but I also get the power to do them?
Say, you're more technical than most civilians. Maybe you'd like a job here.
You've got to be kidding. I can't even read a road now, which reminds me.
Oh, take a right at the second stop sign, then a quick left. That will take you back to 395.
Thanks for everything.
Keep your antenna pointed in the right direction.
Based on a play by Bob Snook, Conditions for Use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from the performance. You may reproduce and distribute this freely, but all copies must contain this statement.